Hey there everyone, Paler here, and welcome back. Today I have a Hey What's That? Darkest Dungeon. So, this game just came out of Early Access, launched into the final release of the game, 1.0. Actually, build leet. Really? Build 13377. Okay. Sure. It was in early access for a year and a half now, and I have had it for most of that time, and it's a game that I very much liked, but I didn't do a video on it until now. I wanted to wait for the game to be finished before I dove into it too much. This is going to be a game that you're probably either going to very much like, or it's going to interest you absolutely none at all. It's a punishing game. There's a lot of dice rolls in it. Well, you know what? It's easier just to show it. So first, I'm actually going to show the intro, mainly because there's a very unique art style to the game, a graphics aesthetic, and it all ties together very well, but it's something that you have to actually see to play. So I'm going to shut up now. We're going to create a new game. We'll leave it named Darkest, and we're going to launch it.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
And there you have it. Like I said, there's a very unique art style. The narrator's great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off these tutorial tips because I can explain it. I don't need it telling me. I know this already. I'm going to turn that off. Yes, save. I like it. I don't tend to like, I've kind of gotten beyond the very dreary and dark and drab games, which would normally make me put off by this game. But I think the theme combined with the graphics, combined with the audio, works together very, very well. So what is Darkest Dungeon? What are we playing here? Well, this is it is a turn-based dungeon crawler with roguelike elements in it. And it's highly involved. It's actually a very complex game, I find. Well, maybe not very, but far more complex than it initially seems on the surface. So we're going to be moving along here. We're going to run into our first encounter, and we're going to get surprised. So the first thing that we have to pay attention to is our two characters here. They have abilities that can only hit targets depending on where they're standing in formation and where the target's standing in formation. So our highwayman here, he's basically like the rogue. This open range, you'll see the yellow dots kind of in the tooltip to the upper left of the tooltip. So normally there's 4 characters in a party. The lead character is furthest right, the tail character is furthest left. This guy can use open veins from spot 1, 2, or 3. This pistol shot can be used from spot 3, 4, or 2, 3, or 4, and 2 or 3. You get the idea. And they can only hit the red dots. So pistol shot can only hit targets in spot 2, 3, or 4 here, and so forth. And this plays into how you set up your party. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at this guy. This guy's got normal stun of 25 and all that. Open veins is going to cause a bleed. So let's go ahead and let's try to open his veins. Got him pretty good. Oh, he's bleeding bad there. He's going to attack my guys, and they're going to take 3 and 5 damage. Not too bad. They resisted. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to just smite this dude, and we're going to try and kill him off real quick. He's dead. We'll go ahead and we'll take our treasure, and we are going to reposition our party. Come on, change position. Oh, I thought I was clicked on the highwayman there. I don't know why that was giving me so much trouble. And then we're going to continue on with our map as we get along. We're going to come to a little campsite here. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at it with our highwayman. Found some gold, some onyx. Go ahead and take that. And Something that's going on as we go along, you'll notice it's getting a little bit darker. And this up here in the top center is our torches. We have no torches, but basically what this does is, this is the light. As the light gets lower, we lose buffs, but the game gets more difficult, but we also would get increased loot. So normally I would burn a torch right about now, because we're about to go through this gate here into the next fight. Unfortunately, we don't have any, so we're going to just proceed ahead. And here we go, we're going to end up fighting two guys this time. We aren't surprised. Now, the way the game generally plays out, at least what I've played so far, the guys in the back are the more dangerous of the party for the most part. The game will spawn the tanky guys. I mean, they're by no means pushovers or anything, but they're not a huge danger to your party. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to have him do a pistol shot, or do I want to do tracking shot? Ranged, 95... self plus 12% damage. Let's go ahead and let's do this first. So we're going to do that. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to increase our damage overall. Okay, we're going to take that. Good. It's going to do his thing. Dang, he knocked him back. That's not good. Now we want to get this guy right back to the front, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap them back. Mainly we want our highwaymen ready to engage this guy back here, and he couldn't have done his pistol shot from there. Alright, so now with our buff, 8, next round should kill him off. We're going to go ahead and let's do Bulwark of Faith. This will put like a taunt on this guy. The taunt's percentage base. It doesn't mean he's guaranteed to be attacked, but it increases the likelihood that he's going to be attacked. He's now bleeding, which isn't good. Alright, pistol. Finish him off. Good. Good. And let's see here. So, the game is very numbers driven. There's almost like a board game going on with a lot of dice rolls underneath. And for example, I'm bringing this up because we're going to consider maybe doing a stunning blow. If we click here and mouse over this guy has a 50% stun resist. So this has a 50% chance of working. Do we risk that? Why not? We'll go ahead and we'll try and stun him. He resisted the stun, so that wasn't very good. And he came back and he did some stress damage. This lower bar here is stress. So rather than just trying to keep your guys alive, you have to keep them from going insane. There's this like insanity meter or stress meter that goes on, and this fills up multiple times. So the first time it fills up, the guy's just going to kind of get a little irrational or angry or something, and sometimes it can actually be a good buff. Second time it fills up, it's going to get progressively worse and worse and worse. And when we get to the second part of the game, we have to deal with the elements or the issues that caused by this. Alright, so do we want to do, let's see, an attack of 85, base damage mode minus 10%, has a chance of bleeding. What's his bleed resist? Bleed resist of 20, or this has an 85, crit of 10. Let's try and just kill him. Good, we killed him. Yay! And we have succeeded. We're going to get a torch, some crests, and some gold. We're going to take this. Hint, I figured out. The game wants us to leave. You saw that big chest there. If we click this and go to the hamlet, we won't get that. So we're going to click stay. Click him. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open the chest. It's trapped. He got blighted. No, he resisted the blight. All right, now we're going to flee. And now the game's going to load into the second part. After we see our loot and what all we got a little bit of food, a little bit of gold, some stuff, some crests. Did we get any buffs or negatives? So our Crusader gained not going to even try to pronounce, obsessed with cleanliness. Sure, sounds good. He's obsessed with cleanliness. And now we are in the hamlet. The hamlet's where you're going to be preparing your party, maintaining them, and keeping them in a good working order.
They are yours now.
Unfortunately, initially, you don't have access to hardly anything. Initially, we have access to the stagecoach, which is going to allow us to bring in additional party members. We're going to go ahead and we're going to recruit both of these right away. So we got Pennant. She is a Vestal, basically a healer. So she has Divine Grace, which heals for 3 to 5. She has an Illumination, a Dazzling Light, and everything. She wants to be in rank spot 3 or 4. Okay? And then we got a Plague Doctor, who has some bombs that he can use to disorient people. And every character, every class has 7 abilities. And you'll notice they have randomly picked 4 of the 7. They also have 7 available camping skills, and they've randomly picked 3 of the 7. They also spawn with some random buffs and debuffs. Guy's a known cheat. He's not allowed to gamble. He's stout. He has extra health. That's good. She fears the unholy. We're going to be fighting a lot of unholy, so that's really, really bad. And she also has -1 speed when below 50% health. She's also plus 10% death blow resistant, so she's less likely to be killed on a death blow. That's kind of good. This guy's a known cheat also. God-fearing, so he'll only pray. Kleptomaniac, he's going to steal stuff. This dude's a mess. Anyway, let's go back in. That is the stagecoach. Actually, we're going to come back into the stagecoach, and one of the first things we want to do is we want to upgrade our stagecoach stagecoach network. This will increase how many people come in each week rather than 2. So we're going to upgrade that. Basically, it's going to give us a greater chance of getting class variety that we want. From what I know, there's 13 different classes. There's quite a few different classes that I've seen. And the main thing that I've come across is there's really only one true healer. There's only one Vestal. There's other classes that have heal abilities, but they're more support healers. This is the only class that's directly straight up, I'm a healer. And so you want to increase your odds of getting a few of these. You want like 3 Vestals running around in your group if you can, or in your army that you can take out in rotation. There's this little area here. This just shows intro videos if we want to. It lets you know what's going on as you move forward through the game. And then there'd be a graveyard. If we'd have died, that's where they would end up. Now, just for quick points, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to cut the video here. We're going to cut back over to one of the other game modes, one of the ones that's like 9 weeks in, where all this stuff's unlocked, so I can show you what's going on in this more drawn out. What'll basically happen is through the first 3 weeks, a week is a full turn, so it's 1 time spent here at the hamlet plus 1 time spent out in the dungeon, and then when you come back, you're the next week up. So after like the 3rd week, all these buildings will be unlocked, but we're not going to get to that in this video, so we're going to cut here. We'll be back in a sec. So here is a fully unlocked hamlet, as I was saying. First thing you'll notice is on the right, we have spot for 15 characters, and you'll see a lot of the different classes here. So you have leapers. These guys are people suffering from leprosy. Very high damage melee warriors, not really tanks, but they can tank a little bit. The Crusader we've seen. This is a bounty hunter, another high damage melee character, not really a tank, but can do it. We've seen the Highwayman. We've seen the Vessel, or we didn't see the Highwayman. Yeah, we did. We had one in combat. Ranged and melee rogue type. The healer, Houndmaster, Jester, Grave Robber, Plague Doctor, Arbalist, so a crossbowman, and then I forget what these guys called, occultist. There's one more I know exists. I've seen him. I just don't have one in here. So that's a total of 13, I believe, different classes. Now, is it even 13? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different classes. Sorry. Come in here. Oh, no. Here, there's 2 more. There's Man-at-Arms. Very, very tank-focused. He's a tank. And then the other one's not in here. There's like this weird guy that can turn into an actual beast. He seems right out of Bloodborne, is what he should be. That would be the 13th one that I know of. There might be more. Anyway, that's not why we came over here. So this hamlet is fully unlocked. Every one of these buildings we have access to and we can use. And they all have their own unique purposes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort my guys by stress. Stress highest top. Rotate again. So we can see here, Reynold, he's got very high stress. And that's what this little pulsating symbol around here, he's gone irrational. Basically, something happened in the last dungeon. He got taken to. He's gone a little crazy. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to right click on him. He's God-fearing, so in town will only pray for stress relief. These are all debuffs that he has acquired over time. And you can see he's got terrible dodge. That could be because of this thing. It's causing -4 dodge. He's got terrible attack. He's got bad stun resist. All this stuff's just really, really bad. So we want to get this guy back under control. And through the town, we can do different things. So we could go into the Abbey here, and we could put him into prey. Unfortunately, this dumbass caretaker, this is kind of your person within the game is here praying, so we can't put him in there right now. We could try to upgrade this, and we could add in increases the stress recovery, and this one would probably add in another seat. You can see there would be room for 3 more, so that would be something we could do. We could put them in the tavern. This tavern's also for removing stress. So they could drink to get rid of stress, gamble, or visit a brothel. Unfortunately, this guy's God-fearing, so he will only pray. The other thing we could do, now this won't reduce his stress, but we could take him to the sanitarium. The sanitarium is where we put characters to remove some of these negative debuffs or actually improve some of the positive ones. I think it improves. So we can take him, we can drag him in here, and we can select some of these. So, Manic for money, Scathing, Kleptomaniac, prone for stealing, Deviant Taste is not allowed to visit the brothel. So we probably want to get rid of Kleptomaniac because he keeps stealing my gold, or God-fearing. Klepto's going to take 6,700 gold. We only have 7,000. We're not going to worry about that one. That's 6,000 also. Nope, we're not going to be doing that one. Deviant Taste is 6,000. All right, so yeah, these lower end ones, Manic for money and minus 5% damage to range damage skills, those are cheaper, but they're not very good. Let's get rid of those. We could buff some of these. These are all very expensive too. So it looks like Reynold, you get off the hook for right now. You're not going to be getting anything. But this is what the sanitarium is for. You use the sanitarium to either improve buffs or remove quirks, basically. And we can come in here, we can upgrade, increase the number of treatment halls, we can reduce the treatment cost. 10% when you're talking 6,000, 8,000 to improve, adds up quite a bit. So this is a good thing to go into. You can also get diseases. I don't believe any of my characters have diseases, but if we close this and click here, you'll see down here there's a section for additional diseases. You can get plagued and stuff that'll cause diseases. That's what the sanatorium also does. So this is for their, while the cathedral and the bar are for their mental health, this is for more their physical health, actually adjusting physical ailments that they have. Then the guild, this is where we upgrade characters. So let's take, say, our Arbalist, put him over here, put him over there. In here, we can unlock some of the additional abilities. I talked earlier about how there's 7 abilities, and you'll randomly get 4 abilities in each character. If you wanted to, say, get this Rallying Flare, in here is where we can unlock Rallying Flare, or we can upgrade it. With this guy, we're going to upgrade Sniper Shot, because that's his primary damage dealing ability. We could upgrade Suppressing Fire, but I'm kind of low on gold, so we're going to hold off on that. This is what the guild's for, though, and the guild, like every other building, can be upgraded to either reduce training cost or increase how high they can train. It's good. The blacksmith, I haven't done anything with the blacksmith yet, but the blacksmith would be where you'd put characters. Whoops. 2, I wanted to drag a character over there. Upgrade their weapons or armor. Pretty straightforward, as you would expect. There is a trinket saleswoman. She sells trinkets. These go into these 2 additional slots here. Some of these guys, actually you saw this guy had one. He's got one that decreases his food consumption, increases his HP, reduces his dodge. Oh, excuse me. There's a lot of these really crazy ones that do that. If we take that off, we'll see his dodge will come back. Nope, its dodge is still 0, so there's no real reason not to have it on him. In fact, can we put 2 on him? Nope, you can only have 1. That would have been great. We could do 20. He has no dodge, so we might as well put things on him that reduce his dodge. Can't hurt him anymore. Crusader only, very rare. Oh, this one I got. Yeah, this one's good, so we're going to put that on him too. That adds Virtue Chance, minus 20% stress damage, plus 12% death blow resist, blight resist, and bleed resist. Yeah, so if we can get this guy healed up, he'll be pretty good. That's that. The last building we haven't shown is way out here. This is Survivalist. So the game has different length dungeons. Depending on the length of the dungeon, they might have to camp within it. When they camp, they can use their survival skills. In here, you can unlock different survival skills that you might want. You can see they can reduce the cost of it. This gets a little bit higher up in the game that I haven't gotten very far into, but it is another element. Everything is very customizable. Plus within here, we can change our hero's name, and we can change their appearance. That's the rename. I thought there was a way to change appearance down here. There we go. We can give them different colors and everything. All right, so that's the Hamlet. Basically, so there's two parts of the game, as I was saying earlier. You're going to go out into the dungeon. You're going to try to collect loot. The loot's going to come in the form of gold, in the form of busts, portraits, deeds, and crests. These crests, busts, portraits, and all of that. Actually, let's go into the Abbey. See if we can upgrade this. This is going to require 4 busts and 4 crests, right? Busts, crest. Yep, let's go ahead. We're going to upgrade that. Reduces treatment cost by 16%. Man, we wanted to get... yep, might as well. Number of slots to 2. There we go. Now we can go ahead and we can drag him in there. 1,500 gold. Go ahead and let him start praying. That'll help him out a little bit. This guy, Ruminator, so he doesn't really care. We're gonna go ahead. We'll put him in, say, the tavern for cheap as we can get. Our Houndmaster, do that there. And that's what all that does. So here is where you work on keeping your guys sane and healthy, keeping a good group of adventurers that you can use in the later game. So now we're going to jump back over to the other game mode where we're going to run through the first mission, and then that'll give you a pretty good idea of the game overall. So we'll be back over there in a sec. Okay, so there's not a whole lot we can do in this one because nothing is unlocked yet. Luckily, our guy here didn't get too much stress damage. He's going to be healed up. We can go ahead and we can dive right back out in there and try to set it up. So we're going to look at our party real quick here, and the party goes from right to left. Reynold, I think I went into this, so he wants to be in position 1 or 2. According to his abilities, they can all be done from position 1 or 2, and he can really only attack position 1 or 2. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to drag him in there. The Highwayman, he's going to go into position 2. All of his abilities can be used from position 2. Yes, they can. They can all hit. The Healer, ideally we're going to put her, she wants to ideally be in 3, but the main thing we're taking her along for is Divine Grace, her heal, and she can do that from position 4, so she's going to go there. And the Plague Doctor, he can throw his Plague Grenade and Nox's Bombs from number 3. He can do Battlefield Medicine from 3, Disorienting Blast, so he's going to go in our 3rd position. All right, we're going to choose one of these. Now, yep, get your text. Come on, get away. So in the end, eventually you want to get up here and you want to do the darkest dungeon. This is the end of the game, at least as far as I know. But leading up to that, you're going to be able to go through the ruins, the warrens, the weald, whatever, and the cove. Obviously, we have to start off with ruins 1. This is short apprentice level 1. We need to clear 90% of the rooms, and this is what we'll get, plus any loot we get while we're in there. And you'll notice each one of these has a different priority of what they're going to give you. Cove is more likely to give you crests, the ruins are more likely to give you busts, and so forth. So depending on what you need to upgrade, you can focus on working on one of these zones to upgrade buildings or upgrade the parts within the buildings as need be. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do that, and we're going to move into provisions. Now, these are going to be the items we take within, and we don't want to buy too much because everything we take costs us money, and we don't get that money back when we're done, but we want to take in enough that we don't die. So I like to take 2 shovels. There's going to be a lot of bleed damage done early on, so I'm going to take 3 bandages. I'm going to take 2 skeleton keys. I'm going to take a stack and a half. Yeah, that should be 12 torches. I'm going to take a stack that's 12 food. And then, let's see, let's take 1 more holy water. Actually, let's not take 1 more holy water. Can we sell? Okay, we can't sell that because that comes with the Plague Doctor. We'll take 1 more holy water. And that'll about do it. So we're down to 3,600 gold, and away we go. Now, we started off here. Now, we got to clear 90% of the rooms. So that means all but 1, the way they do the rounding. So we might as well go up. Come on, zoom back out, map. Up and across. We're going to go ahead, and we don't have to do much here. We're going to go up. So now I'm just going to ramble a little bit about the game, let you know what I've enjoyed early on. There are some problems with it, but I don't think the problems are a deal breaker by any means. The main thing that people are going to probably find annoying, if anything, is there are a lot of dice rolls under the hood. A lot of dice rolls under the hood. Everything's percentage based, but you don't actually see the percentage happening. You just either see fail or succeed, right? You either see your character hit or you see them miss. And sometimes those misses can really add up. You'll be doing really good, and all of a sudden you just get a chain of really bad misses, and all of a sudden your party's basically dead. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and we'll snipe him. Oh, he's good and dead. And we're going to, let's see, Noxus Blast. That's, might as well disorient him. So Noxus Blast would put a dot on him. He's not going to live long enough, but disorienting blast, oh, we can't hit him with disorienting. So I guess, yep, we're going to Noxus Blast him. There we go. Blighted. He's going to get an attack off, though. He's going to hit for 3. All right. Healer's up. We'll go ahead and we'll heal for 4. And then we should be able to kill him with a smite. Good.
As the fiend falls,
all right.
hope blossoms.
We're going to take our gold. Now, we got our first chest. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to take this guy just because I don't know if this is exactly how it works, but I think the highwaymen have a better chance that if this chest is trapped, they have a better chance of not being injured by the trap. So we're going to click on it, and we're going to use a skeleton key. I could just reach in and open it up and we'll get a certain amount of loot. But using a skeleton key, if there's a hidden compartment in there, we'll get more loot out of it. Had no effect, so there's no hidden compartment in here. So now we're just going to go ahead and we'll open it. And we're going to get a shovel, holy water, and some onyx. And we're going to move on to the next room. But as I was saying, there's a lot of dice rolls under the hood, and sometimes you can just really run into it. So the path is blocked. We could either just clear our obstacle by hand. This is going to take time, which is going to cause our torches to burn down. It's going to cause us to lose food, lose health, and increase our stress. So instead, we're going to use a shovel. This is why we brought 2 of them along. Clear it real quick, and we'll continue on. But yeah, those dice rolls can just be frustrating at times, but they do go in your favor as much as they do the other person. All right. Guy in the back's probably the most dangerous, so we're going to pistol shot her. We're going to miss. Good job. Going to try to do some stress damage to us, all right? Let's plague grenade it. Noxus is crit, blight, blight 100%, 100%. This one hits both the back, well, it only hits the one back one. 95, 95. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, damage mod of 80%, 90%. So this one's probably better. There we go. She's blighted. Blight's going to do 4 damage per round for 3 rounds. Heal. Who's got damage? He's got damage. And, okay. Undead. Zealous Accusation. I think, can we right click on him? Does it tell us more here? I want to say this has bonus damage versus undead. So we're going to do a Zealous, and we're going to try to kill both of those. 4 damage to both. Did alright. Alright. But yeah, other than the annoyance of sometimes the bad dice rolls, I really like this game. I think it's really, really good beyond that. I think... let's disorient her. I think it's compelling. I like the art style. I like the... Oh, can we open vein? Yes, we can. Good. Keep getting distracted. I'm trying to win. And we're going to heal. Crit heal. Woohoo! And she's dead. Good. And now let's try one more Zealous Accusation. We can maybe kill both. He missed! See, there's one of those unfortunate dice rolls where it's just like, come on, man. Killing me here. You're killing me. And then they get off more attacks, so now my guys take more damage. Disorienting Blast. Hit him. Resisted that. Alright, open vein. Good. He's dead. And... let's actually heal the Plague Doctor. And I'm not talking about the game. I'm just talking about what I'm doing. Kill him already. Kill him!
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
The combination of the 13 classes that I know of, each one with 7 abilities, and the ability to choose which one of those 7s, I think it makes for a game that's going to be very compelling for 10, 15 hours. And then at some point, you're going to learn a combination of classes. You're going to say, all right, this guy with these abilities, this guy with these abilities, and you're going to be able to make this almost unbeatable party. I haven't reached that yet, so I still very much enjoy the game. But I do see that there's a point where eventually we're going to get to that. I'm just going to be like, oh, do this in this order. It's going to be like XCOM when it first came out. You just The first time through, you had no idea. Second time through, you started to learn. By the third time through, you're like, oh, so first thing we want to do is we want to put a satellite here. We want to train this class up here. We want to do this research. And once you learn that, the game didn't begin to suck, but it did lose something once you'd learned that. And I very much think this game's going to suffer the same problem. But for $20 until I get there, I'm loving it. I really am. Let's see. We're going to pistol shot her. She's going to dodge. Darn it. So that's a humanoid. Nice nipples, by the way. And an undead. This could kill this one and damage that one. Or let's put a bulwark up. That'll put a taunt on him. There's also something that really brings me in beyond that class combination. There's a surprising amount of depth between how you handle the party in the hamlet, spending thousands of gold in order to repair them and heal them up, undo some of their debuffs and everything, or do you look at a guy and you're like, you know what? It's going to cost me 30,000 gold to get you back into fighting condition. I'm just going to let you go. I want the disorienting blast. There we go. I'm just going to let you go and hire in a new hero. And that might be the better move in some ways. There's a lot of that. And then within combat, with the stress damage and the positioning, how guys can be moved in and out of position, you can stun enemies in and out of position. There's a lot of strategy and a lot of depth here. To become good at this game is going to really take some time. And that's what I really like. I love this level of strategy or depth. And come on. Boy, this fight is dragging on. Why am I just not... Alright, kill her. Thank you. You're both bleeding. Oh, I should be using bandages. It's part of the playing, talking, thinking, all that combined. So they're both bleeding out. Let's see here. You, how many rounds do we have left? 1 round left, 1 damage. Alright, we're going to hold on to that one. Pistol shot or open vein. Open vein on him. That's good damage. Might cause him to bleed. He resisted the bleed. I can actually use battlefield medicine to remove. So he's got 2 rounds. So there we go. We healed that bleed. Good. I'm going to heal him. Good. Alright. Grievous. Oh! Oh! Oh, big stress damage. Whenever they crit, you take heavy stress damage. Whenever you crit, you get stress. You'll be healed some stress. We're gonna smite. We're gonna try and just kill this guy. Good. Luckily, it didn't cause a bleed. That's good. Pistol shot, crit. Didn't kill him though. See, he got stress healed. All right. Battlefield medicine. Heal him 1. Heal him more. And then we're going to... Can't do that. So these bodies are working as placeholders. Can't get to this guy. But I can use Zealous Acquisition, hopefully destroy these. Destroyed one of them, heavily damaged the other one. Move him forward 1. Now next round I can attack him more directly. So there's even after an enemy's dead, there's strategy in terms of how... Gosh dang it, Highwayman. What are you doing to me? You're killing me here. Disorienting. Let's not let him attack again. Stun him. Good, he's stunned. When the stun wears off, he's buffed. Alright. There's another level of strategy. So, if you stun a target, they gain a resistance to being stunned further. So you can't just chain stun targets. There's a counter to it, and this will last for a certain amount of time, 1 round. So you have to, on occasion, just straight up fight a guy. It's great. There's so much depth there.
As victories mount,
all right. So take him. I'm gonna go in there. We're gonna use a skeleton key. Good. Hidden compartment. So we gain additional. Let's see. Plus 20% disease resist. Minus 2 dodge. Plus 10% scouting chance. Plus 10% trap disarm. So that's gonna actually go on the Highwayman. These 2 we're just gonna take and hold on to. And let's move on. Oh, torches are running low. Did I go over the torches? I don't remember. This is like my 3rd time recording this. So torch just basically... Good job. Good job, Highwayman. You were supposed to be looking for those. The torch increases your scouting, has a chance of increasing monster surprise. But if you let your torch run low, The enemies are stronger. They're less likely to be surprised, but you have a chance of getting better loot. From what I understand, you're going to get like more gold, more supplies, and all that. So there's like a risk/reward for it. I'm a coward. Let's see. We don't have room to carry. We can just stack our torches. There we go. Good. There's this risk/reward. Till I'm more comfortable with the game, I tend to just keep the light nice and high. There we go. We're going to eat, and we're going to continue on. We're almost done with this. Yeah, if you can't tell, I very much like this game. I think it's really good. But I do realize, being someone that likes Dark Souls, likes that punishing gameplay, likes that risk-reward gameplay, it just works for me. If you don't like that, don't go near Darkest Dungeon. The dice rolls and all the little nuances that there are to learn, they're going to drive you nuts. I love it, though. And this should finish off with one battle. Here we go. Final battle, and we'll call it a video. So, they're surprised. Good. Now, first thing, Plague Bomb. It's going to hit both of these guys. Hopefully plague them both. Come on, plague them both. Darn, alright. Well, we got that guy. I could do Grape Shot, which will hit these 3. But more, we want to eliminate one of these. Okay, him plus that plague, that'll kill him off. Dazzling Light, Judgment. I think this one has a stun. Let's try and stun him. Resisted it. Alright. Undead, so we're going to do Bulwark of Faith. We're going to mark our target. Good, he died. Now the crossbow guy needs to die second. Oh, he missed. That's great. Something that would be nice, that the game does bother me a little bit. You'll notice there'll be these yellow lines. That means their turn still hasn't gone, but it doesn't tell you actually when they're going to be fighting in turn. So I don't know, like, okay, this guy's going to go. My Plague Doctor is going, who's next? Is it this guy's next? Is it that guy's next? You don't know that. I would like just a simple bar up here just showing the order that the targets are going to come in would be great. We're going to Disorienting Blast. No, Disorient or Plague. Let's Plague. Blight, good. Pistol Shot, come on, 5, alright. That's enough that he should die next round. And you take these like dot damages, plagues, and bleed, they happen at the beginning. So he's got 4 health left. He's going to take 4 damage next turn. So we don't have to worry about him. He's going to die before he can do anything. Let's go ahead and put a heal on our Plague Doctor. Alright. That's a pretty hard hit, but we're basically done. Come on, give me ooh, yeah! Finally, the dice work. A crit, good. Get some stress relief. And basically, all we have to deal with now is this tank dude. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and plague him. Did 0 damage, but got the blight on him. Good. It's blight. I don't know why I keep calling it plague. Because I'm dumb. That's why I keep doing it. He died. Good. And now we just need to kill off this guy and take the loot. Crit. Good. Resisted the bleed. And a smash. Yay! We win! Carrying too much. Alright, so let's see here. We want to get rid of some stuff. Might as well eat. Actually, I could just discard this, but we'll go ahead and eat some of this food because the game is over. This is 100%. I think, isn't it? Yes. Alright, he's full now. There we go. Now we'll take that. There, it's over. Little tip I figured out, guys. When there's like a chest like that, don't click it. So we never actually looted this chest. So we're going to stay. We're going to click it. We're going to drag that up there. In compartment. 12 more crests. That's quite good. We want that. Now, let's look at the map. So we did everything but that room. I'm okay with skipping that room. We'll head on back. If you haven't figured out, I like the game. I've said it 3 or 4 times now. I recommend it. $20, but do know what you're getting into. You're getting to a game that's going to cause frustration at times. And when it does, if you're able to just laugh at it like I am, it's not a big deal. But some people, it's going to make you want to throw your coffee mug across the room, yell and scream a little bit. But I think that about does it. I'm going to get some buffs or debuffs. Calm, minus 50% damage. So that's a minor negative first round. You could always just first round always put up his tanky thingy. Won't really matter. And this guy doesn't consume food when his stress is high. So that's not bad. All right. It also might mean, though, he might not heal from food. You can't force him to heal. That could be a negative.
You will know the tragic extent
And now that we're
of my
back in,
failings.
you'll notice up the tavern's now open. We can use the tavern, and so is the Abbey. So this is what I was talking about. As you go through the initial first rounds, you unlock some of these things. And we could recruit 3 more guys. Oh, there's those abominations. This is that 13th class. So they can actually like turn into like hounds, and they get all their abilities, but they can only use certain abilities in certain forms. So they're shapeshifters. Also, certain classes that have, I don't think it's God-fearing. It might be God-fearing. They won't party with them. If you try to put them in the same party, they're just like, nope, won't party with them. So they're very tricky to party up. Light sensitive. Well, that's annoying. 10% damage if the light's above 75%.
To those with
Let's
the keen
see.
eye,
Plus 20% stress
gold
damage versus
gleams
unholy.
like a dagger's
Light
point.
resist. I think that's the better of the two, so we're going to take him. We could take this guy, and if need be, we'll just get rid of him later.
Dangerous than
Alright,
he
I think that about covers it. Video is going to be plenty long enough. Until next time, this has been Palar. Thanks for watching.